Hi there and welcome back to my channel. It's the 28th of February 2026 and has Amazon started blocking a new category of apps on the Fire Stick? We're going to find out. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. Back last year, Amazon started blocking apps they said were potentially harmful. And when we tried opening up one of these apps, we got this message saying the app has been disabled because it can put your device or personal data at risk. You can keep the app on your device, but you'll be unable to use it. To remove the app and recover storage space on your device, select Uninstall below. And in most cases, the apps that they had flagged up as potentially harmful were quite often where advertising code within the app to display advertising on screen and support the app were possibly tracking what you were doing on the Fire Stick to target advertising directly to you, thus maximising the advertiser's potential for a sale and also meaning the advertising agency can charge more for the advertising. And the developer gets a share of that advertising revenue, and the bottom line is at the end of the day the app developer makes more money for either themselves or to invest in developing further into the app. Can be money made out of that. In other cases, code within the app may have used your Fire Stick's processing power to do things like Bitcoin mining without your knowledge. Now, I know many of you are going to say Fire Sticks are just not powerful enough to do Bitcoin mining. Well, no, not one Fire Stick on its own, but if you've got thousands of them all together in a network, then yes, there can be money to be made out of that. Anyway, moving on. Later last year, Ace put the pressure on Amazon to be more responsible and told them to start blocking apps that they believe contained unlicensed content. And we got this message if we opened up one of these apps. First of all, it was a warning. One or more apps on your device have been identified as using or providing access to unlicensed content, including this app, and will be disabled. To remove this app now, select Uninstall Now. Now, this would come up, as I say, as a warning, and then about 2 weeks later, it would be replaced with this message. App disabled. This app has been disabled because it's been identified as using or providing access to unlicensed content. To remove the app and recover storage space on your device, select Uninstall below. And you had no way of then launching the app. You just simply had to uninstall it. But then recently, I've noticed another message appearing, which again says app disabled. This app has been disabled because it's been identified as exhibiting potentially unwanted behaviour. You can keep the app on your device, but you will be unable to use it. To remove the app and recover storage space on your device, select Uninstall below. Now, this message is quite ambiguous. The other two messages were very clear cut. The first one said it was potentially unwanted software, which we're used to seeing from our antiviruses, and the other message clearly says that it was due to the app containing unlicensed content. With this new message, it's saying it's been identified as exhibiting potentially unwanted behaviour. Now, this could mean that there's unlicensed content being used within the app because both Ace and Amazon class this as unwanted behaviour. So, is this new message an amalgamation of the two other messages? Well, I've done a bit of digging into this and I've found out that it seems to be a replacement for the potentially harmful app warning. I can only assume they've redesigned the wording on this warning because beforehand it kind of gave you the impression that the whole app was harmful, and in most cases, as I say, it was just advertising software or a way of generating revenue on the side of the app, so just a small amount of code in the app was deemed harmful rather than the whole app itself. This new message actually says it's been identified as exhibiting potentially unwanted behaviour. So it means they've found that it could be tracking what you're doing on your Fire Stick. It could be using your Fire Stick's processing power for other tasks that the app developer may get financial gain from to invest back into the app or use that financial gain for themselves. It's a real shame that Amazon can't give a more precise reason for disabling these types of apps. But I suppose at the end of the day, it's more work for Amazon that they really just don't get paid for. So let us know in the comments if you've received this new type of warning. If you have, please don't mention the app that's been blocked. But if you do want to mention it, then please disguise its name. Now, I know many of you are frustrated with these being disabled for various reasons, but what I would say is at the moment, hang fire. If you've got a good working Fire Stick, hold on to it and just find alternative apps. Or keep an eye out. It might be that the app in itself may later on have this unwanted behaviour removed from it and get re-released and then be allowed on the Fire Stick again, which has happened in the past.